You know, every year, billions of dollars are zipping across borders, sent by people working abroad to support their families back home. But that whole system, it's often slow, it's expensive, and honestly, it can be pretty risky. So, what if we could just rebuild it from the ground up? Well, today we're going to look at a new program that's doing just that, completely rethinking how money moves to make it safer, faster, and put control back in the hands of the people who earned it.
All right, so to really get why this is such a big deal, we first need to wrap our heads around the sheer scale we're talking about. This isn't just pocket change moving around. This is a global economic force that shapes the lives of millions and millions of people.
Just look at this number. $85 billion, that's how much money, we call it remittances, is expected to be sent to Africa alone in 2024. That is a staggering figure, and it really shows you just how vital these funds are.
But here's the thing, these numbers aren't just abstract stats on a page. Behind them are over 50 million people from across Africa living and working far from home. Every single one of those transactions represents a personal sacrifice. It's a lifeline for a family, and honestly, a crucial source of income for entire nations.
Okay, so that's the big picture. But to really understand the problem with the way things are now, let's zoom all the way in from that massive global view and focus on what it's like for just one person.
So let me introduce you to Aisha. She's from Uganda, and she's working in Saudi Arabia. Her goal is super straightforward. She needs a secure way to get paid, keep her money safe, and send some of it back home to her family. Sounds simple, right? Well, not so much.
The way the traditional system works, it's like a minefield of problems. I mean, you've got these crazy high transfer fees that just eat away at her earnings. Transfers can get stuck in limbo for days, and a lot of the channels people are forced to use are unregulated and risky, putting our hard-earned cash in real danger. And here's the thing, Aisha's not alone. Not even close. She's one of over 200,000 Ugandans working in Saudi Arabia, and together they send home over $1 billion every single year. So this isn't some niche problem, it's a huge economic lifeline for a massive community. Okay, so you see the problem, right? It's a mess. So what's the fix? Well, it might just come in the form of a new framework, and it's called the KEEP program. So what exactly is the KEEP program? Well, let's be clear, this isn't just another money transfer app you download. No, this is a whole new infrastructure, a totally different way of thinking about cross-border banking. It's a regulated system that lets people like Aisha manage their money in 2 different countries, all from one single account.
So here's how it works at its core. It's a dual account system. Aisha gets a domestic account in her home currency, Ugandan shillings, and a foreign currency account in Saudi riyals. But here's the magic trick. Both of these accounts are linked and managed right through her home bank in Uganda. And this quote really says it all, doesn't it? It gets right to the core promise for migrant workers. Total control and complete peace of mind. No more waiting around, no more dealing with risky cash transactions, and just no more hassle. It's about simple, direct control over your own money.
All right, so that's the big idea. But let's walk through exactly how this works for Aisha, step by step, because the actual user experience is where this thing really starts to shine.
Now, the magic here is that this journey starts before she even gets on a plane. Through the banking app she already knows and trusts back in Uganda, she can activate a digital e-wallet, link it to her account, and bam, she gets her new Saudi bank account details right then and there, so her employer can deposit her wages directly into that account from day one.
And that right there is the key. Think about it. There's no stress of landing in a new country and trying to figure out a completely foreign banking system. It's all managed from one single, familiar place, her home bank's app. That removes a huge barrier for so many workers.
This seamless integration is the real game changer. The second she gets paid in Saudi riyals, she can see the balance right on her phone. And with a single tap, she can move that money into her Ugandan shilling account. It's instant. No delays, no extra steps, no complicated third-party services.
But, you know, a solution this big doesn't just help one person. When you fix a problem of this magnitude, it creates this amazing ripple effect that actually benefits everyone involved in the system.
Let's just put the old way and the KEEP program side by side for a second. You go from juggling a bunch of different clunky apps to using one single trusted home bank app. Instead of being stuck with business hours, you have access 24/7. And maybe most importantly, you move from a legally gray area to a fully compliant, secure system, all while saving money. It's a no-brainer.
And you might be thinking, okay, what's in it for the banks? Well, for them, this is a massive strategic opportunity. It lets them bring in stable deposits, offer a truly unique service that sets them apart from the flood of fintech apps, and build deeper, lifelong relationships with the global diaspora community.
And then there are the regulators, the governments. For them, this is a huge step forward. It takes this billion-dollar flow of money that was happening in the shadows and brings it into a fully visible, compliant, and monitored system. And that means much greater financial security and economic stability for everybody.
Okay, so when you step back and look at the whole picture, what does this all actually mean for the future of how money moves around our world?
Well, it's a huge shift in how we even think about this. We're moving away from the old idea of just sending money home, like it's a one-way street. The new way of thinking is about managing your money across homes, treating your finances in two different countries like they're one unified whole.
Ultimately, it all boils down to this: giving people the freedom and the flexibility to buy the currency they need, keep it securely in whichever country they want, and spend it just like a local, no matter where they happen to be. It's all about empowerment.
You know, the KEY program really gives us a peek into a future where financial borders might just be as easy to cross as physical ones. And it makes you wonder, right? What other global systems could we totally reimagine to be more, well, human? As technology keeps connecting us, the answers could reshape our world in ways we're only just starting to imagine.